So in this video, I'm going to talk about imposter syndrome and how you can actually overcome it and kind of shift your perspective on it completely. And imposter syndrome is something that I think everybody deals with, everybody in the world, but especially online coaches, because on our end, we're constantly thinking and worrying about the fact of like, am I qualified to really be talking about the things I'm talking about? Am I really qualified to be helping people and having them pay me X amount in order to help them solve this problem? All types of things like that. Like I've had a lot of online fitness coaches come to me and tell me things like, yeah, but I'm not even a certified fitness coach or blah, 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 things like that. So overall, if you're dealing with imposter syndrome, just know that it's something that every person on the planet deals with, especially online coaches, including myself. I still deal with imposter syndrome from time to time, and sometimes I deal with it really strongly where it has me questioning everything. But I've figured out some ways that I can shift my mindset and the way that I think about it that really helps dramatically. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is when it comes to imposter syndrome with building an online coaching business, I think it's good to ask yourself whether you're actually ready to start an online coaching business and to start pushing an online coaching offer. Which the three questions that I have people ask to figure out whether they're ready or not is, first off, have you actually achieved this outcome yourself? Have you done this for yourself? Have you solved this problem for yourself, or have you helped somebody else overcome that problem, solve that problem, or do whatever it is that you're looking to coach people on? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, do you have a repeatable system or process that you can give to people that they can follow to actually get the desired result or outcome that they're looking for every single time? Like, can they follow this system or process or blueprint every single time, and there's a really high likelihood that they're going to achieve that desired outcome or result? And the third thing I'd say is, are you ready to actually commit to this for the long term? Because when it comes to online coaching, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not going to happen very, very quickly and super fast. Obviously, it can pick up pretty quickly. I landed my first couple clients within my first month of building my online coaching business, and I've seen some people land their first clients within the first couple days. But other times, it can even take months to kind of get it rolling. But overall, this is a lifestyle and this is a full-blown business. So are you ready to commit to it for a minimum of 6 months to give it a shot, but ideally 12 months, and honestly looking at it in a way where you're looking to build your personal brand and coaching business for the next 3, 5, 10 years. So if the answer to those three things is yes, or at least you think it might be yes, then I think that you are ready to actually start an online coaching business and pursue this particular business model. So that kind of solves that particular problem and answers that question. Now, when it comes to imposter syndrome of asking yourself and worrying, am I qualified to be talking about this stuff? Am I qualified to be giving advice on this particular topic? Am I qualified to help people with this? At the end of the day, imposter syndrome is actually extremely selfish, and I'll explain why. When it comes to imposter syndrome, you're mainly worried about yourself, and you're mainly worried about, am I qualified to do this? Will people look down on me if I'm not qualified to do this? Am I going to get the results I'm looking for from this? Am I qualified to make money with this business and grow this business? At the end of the day, when you really think about it, all of those imposter syndrome questions and worries are actually based around you getting your desired result, because you're worried that if you're not qualified to do this, you're not going to land clients and you're not going to make money. That's kind of, at least with the online coaching business model, that is pretty much the baseline and the foundation of the imposter syndrome and the main worry that you're having, which all of that is self-centered and around you getting the outcome that you want. Whereas if you shift it around and you instead ask, what do these people need help with? What video can I put out there that can help this person solve this problem? What can I tell this person that would help them solve this problem? What can I say that can help these people? When you start asking these questions based around what your people actually need, what your audience needs, what your ideal avatar needs, or what your client actually needs, now you're taking the perspective off of yourself and the outcome that you're looking for and whether or not you're capable of doing it, and instead you're opening your mind to what you can actually put out there and what you can do to get these people the desired result that they're looking for and to help them change their lives. And when you're able to do that, it's that whole saying of like, when you don't have money or whatever, instead of saying, I don't have the money for that, you're asking, how can I get the money for that? This is a much more constructive way to think and something you can build off of, whereas this is immediately going to shut you down and close your mind off. So when you're asking yourself something like, am I qualified to be helping helping this type of person, or am I qualified to be making these videos? That is literally just going to close your mind off, because that's kind of a binary answer. It's like yes or no. It's also not a simple enough question to simply answer it as yes or no, because there's a lot of arguments you can make around why you are qualified, while there's a lot of arguments you can make around why you're not qualified. But if you shift the question into something more of what can I do, or what can I say, or what video can I make that would help this person? When you ask that, that's something you can build off of, because you can brainstorm and figure out what are the problems this person's facing, what are the challenges they're facing, what questions do I see these people asking, and then you can start brainstorming and putting together a lot of ways that you can help that person and how you can answer their questions and the videos you can make that would help them. So it's a more constructive way to think, and it completely eliminates the concept of imposter syndrome. And it also takes your focus off of yourself and puts the focus on actually helping other people. So to be honest, I think that is the best piece of advice that I can give that's been the most helpful to me, is that simple mindset shift of am I qualified to what can I do and what can I say and how can I actually help this person. That is the biggest mindset shift that I've had. But the only other thing that I'd like to mention is that imposter syndrome isn't something that goes away. I know people who make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month with their online coaching businesses, and they still have imposter syndrome, and they still are insecure about whether or not they're qualified to be talking about what they're talking about and providing the information they're talking about. But at the end of the day, they use these same mindset shifts, and they understand that that is a very selfish way to approach this. And the more selfless way is to figure out how you can actually help these people, and what you can say to help these people, and what videos you can make to help these people. That's the best way that I'd say that can help you overcome imposter syndrome and shift it to where you can actually take action, instead of closing your mind down to where there's really nothing you can do other than worry about whether or not you're actually capable or qualified of doing this. So hopefully that helps you out and makes sense. If I didn't touch on anything, feel free to comment below and I'll reply to any messages or questions you might have if you're dealing with this. Or maybe what I explained just doesn't really hit home for you, because I'd love to make more videos on this, because I know it's something I've dealt with a lot in the past. It's something that I still deal with from time to time, but I've just kind of learned these mindset shifts that have helped me overcome it and helped me kind of shift my perspective to a way that I can actually figure out how to help people. So with that said, hopefully it was helpful. Feel free to give me a follow on Instagram. I put the link to it in the description below this video. But with that said, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.